In a small dusty town where everyone knew each other's names, there lived a boy named Daniel. He was not famous. He was not brilliant. He was not rich. And most people didn't even notice him. Daniel was the kind of boy people looked through, not at. He walked to school every day in worn-out sandals, carrying a bag that had more patches than fabric. His uniform was always clean, but old. Too old. Faded by many years of washing, sunlight, and struggle. His mother washed it every night, even when her hands were tired and cracked from soap and labor. Daniel never complained. Not because life was easy, but because complaining had never changed anything. At school, he sat at the back of the class. Not because the teacher told him to, but because no one else wanted to sit beside him. Children can sense poverty. They may not understand it, but they feel it. And many fear it like a disease. When group work was given, Daniel was always the last to be chosen. Sometimes, he wasn't chosen at all. So he learned to work alone. At break time, other children bought snacks. Meat pies. Biscuits. Cold drinks. Daniel drank water. Not because he liked it, but because it was all he had. At home, his mother sold roasted corn by the roadside. His father had died when Daniel was still young. No inheritance. No savings. No house. Only debt and responsibility. Every evening, Daniel helped his mother sell corn. Sometimes till late at night. Sometimes until his legs ached and his eyes burned from smoke. Still, he never complained. One day, his teacher asked a simple question in class. What do you want to become in life? Children shouted answers proudly. Doctor. Engineer. Footballer. Pilot. Businessman. When it was Daniel's turn, the class laughed before he even spoke. Because poor boys were not supposed to dream big. But Daniel said softly, I want to become someone useful. The class laughed harder. The teacher smiled politely and moved on. But Daniel's words stayed in the air. Someone useful. Not rich. Not famous. Not powerful. Just useful. That night, as he helped his mother pack unsold corn, he asked her a question. Mama, do poor people deserve dreams? His mother paused. She looked at him for a long time. Then she said, poor people don't have many things. But they are allowed to have hope. That sentence became Daniel's secret strength. Years passed. Daniel kept studying. Kept helping. Kept struggling. Kept believing quietly. No one clapped for him. No one encouraged him. No one noticed him. But he kept going. Until one day, something happened that changed his life forever. Life didn't suddenly change for Daniel. It got harder. When he entered secondary school, things became worse. The bullying became louder. The mocking became sharper. The looks became crueler. Some boys called him corn seller's son. Some called him nothing future. Some called him poor forever. Daniel had everything. He said nothing. Silence became his armor. One afternoon, after school, Daniel saw a crowd. A boy had fainted on the football field. People were shouting, confused, panicking. No teacher was around. Everyone stood still. Daniel ran. He didn't know why, he just moved. He checked the boy's breathing, loosened his collar, lifted his legs, fanned him, poured water gently on his face. The boy slowly regained consciousness. Later, the teacher said, "Who helped him?" No one spoke. Daniel raised his hand slowly. That day, for the first time, someone looked at him differently. Not as a poor boy, not as a nobody, but as someone useful. But life doesn't reward good hearts immediately. 2 weeks later, Daniel's mother fell sick. Very sick. The doctor said she needed treatment. Money they didn't have. Daniel began missing school to sell corn full-time. Dreams started fading. Hope started shaking. One night, he cried for the first time in years. Not loudly. Silently. The kind of cry that breaks you inside. Then something happened. A man who used to buy corn regularly noticed Daniel's absence from school. He asked questions. He listened. And for the first time, someone helped without pity, without looking down. He paid Daniel's mother's hospital bills. He paid Daniel's school fees. Not as charity, but as belief. And Daniel understood something that day. Sometimes, destiny uses strangers to save your life. Years later, Daniel grew. Not just in age, in character. He became one of the best students in school. Not because he was the smartest, but because he was the most disciplined. He got a scholarship, left his town, entered the city. Life opened new doors. But new doors bring new tests. One day, he was offered a job. Good pay. Good benefits. Good future. But there was a condition. He had to lie. Manipulate data. Help cover corruption. No one would know. No one will suffer, they said. This is how success works, they said. This is how people rise, they said. Daniel remembered his mother's words. Poor people don't have many things, but they are allowed to have hope. And he added his own. Rich people without integrity are still poor. He rejected the job. He walked away. And for months, he suffered. Hunger again. Struggle again. Uncertainty again. But peace stayed. Then slowly, opportunity returned. This time clean, honest, real. Years passed. Daniel built his life step by step. Not fast. Not flashy. Not loud. But solid. He became successful. Not famous. Not arrogant. Not proud. He built businesses. He helped students. He paid school fees for children who reminded him of himself. One day, he returned to his old town. Same dusty roads. Same corn spots. Same school. Same field. But now, different eyes looked at him. People who once ignored him now greeted him. People who once mocked him now respected him. But Daniel didn't change. He visited his old classroom, sat at the back bench, smiled, and whispered to himself, "I survived." Years later, Daniel stood before a crowd of young students. Someone asked him, "What made you successful?" They expected him to say, "Money, connections, education, intelligence, luck." But he said, "I learned 3 things early in life. Being poor is not a crime, staying mentally poor is. Being ignored is painful, but it teaches you self-belief. Character will take you where talent cannot. People will laugh at you. People will doubt you. People will overlook you. People will underestimate you. Let them. Because silence, discipline, and consistency are louder than noise." He paused. Then said, "Don't try to become famous. Don't try to become rich. Don't try to become powerful. Try to become useful. Because useful people are never forgotten." If you like this story, please don't forget to like, comment, and please do subscribe to my channel for more interesting creative stories and turn on notification post. Thank you for watching.